Hey everybody, this is Jeff Phillips with Accounting Fly. You're watching Meet This Firm, where we interview some of the very best accounting employers in the United States. So today we're going to learn about BPM, one of my favorite firms in San Francisco, California. So I want to bring in our guests, Jenny Matheson and Kiersten Sattler, who are talent acquisition managers at BPM. Jenny, Kiersten, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Jeff?
I am doing very well. This is probably the first time we've squeezed two people into an interview, so thank you for fighting through that, and good job.
We try our best. Yes, we do.
Absolutely. And so this is also a part of the Advanced 2016 Career Fair that we're doing in 4 cities around the United States, including San Francisco. If you're a CPA with public accounting firm experience, you got to check out BPM. This is a fun place to work. It is routinely listed as one of the best places to work, not only in the accounting profession nationally, but also in San Francisco, which is an incredibly competitive place to hire and retain people. So, all right, well, let's just jump into it. Jenny, we'll start with you. Tell us about BPM.
So BPM, as Jeff mentioned, is one of the largest accounting firms in the Bay Area. We are ranked number 8 currently as best company to work for in the greater Bay Area, so that's including Silicon Valley and San Francisco and the North Bay, competing against firms that are our size and companies that are our size, so not just public accounting. And then we're also ranked number 1 by Accounting Today in the whole nation for large accounting firms to work for, so we're very proud about those awards, and I think it does a pretty good job of talking about the way that we are over here, and we'll go into more detail on that. So a little bit more on the firm structure. We have about 6 offices in the greater Bay Area, San Jose all the way up to beautiful wine country in Santa Rosa. And we're about 400 people, and we're full service. So we go from assurance and niches within assurance, tax, niches within tax like R&D, SALT International, and then also consulting services too.
I didn't even realize the accolades that you have in a place where it is so incredibly hard to compete for talent. You guys are one of the best places to work. Congratulations, and I can't wait to learn more. Let's talk about, we know you're hiring because the firm is growing. Jenny, what are some of the hiring needs that BPM is looking to fill currently?
The coveted assurance senior position is always good, but really we're looking for folks with that SEC and technology client experience. Okay. And then also on the corporate tax side, international tax, really we're looking for folks who are really serious about staying in a career in public accounting, who bring their best selves to work every day and want to do something just a little bit more than their job description. So when you're thinking about your next position, be thinking about what else you bring to the table besides your job description that's going to contribute to the culture, specifically at BPM, of course. But we want to hear more about everybody that's wanting to work with us.
So Kiersten, I want to bring you in here. Why is BPM such a great place to work for CPAs?
Yeah, so when I'm talking to candidates and trying to distinguish BPM from other firms, I usually tell them my own story and how I started at a large public accounting firm. I think public accounting is a great career for CPAs. The reason why I think BPM is different is really and truly, you'll always hear people say, oh, I love my firm because of the people, but I think from my unique perspective coming from a larger firm, it's the way we treat our people too. We get to be in conversations all the time with our partners and get to talk to them about how we're going to, what our retention strategies are, how we're going to keep people, especially in such a hot market like San Francisco, where they can go to companies that serve lunches every day and they can bring their dogs to work and whatever it is going on. So our partners really care, and instead of letting HR do all the work on that, they really partner with us and they want to be part of that conversation, and they're engaged with their employees just as much as we are. So I really appreciate that, and I think it's really important. On the other side, we have a very fun culture. We like to do things. We're very social. From a career development perspective, we have a very robust BPM University program and coaching program that allows high performers to really develop quickly in their careers and really tailor their own careers in the direction that they want them to go.
I also wanted to mention she's a CPA as well.
So when you said Kiersten, that you came from a larger firm. You came from from the accounting side in a larger
Yes.
firm, and now you're in the recruiting side.
Yes.
That's too cool.
Yeah, so for me, like when I was looking to transition my career into HR, into recruiting, I had no intentions on living in the Bay Area. I'm from Seattle, and I came down here for an interview, and I got to interview with, of course, the HR team, but also partners. And I was looking for a firm that really wanted to focus on keeping people and allowing them to have careers in public accounting. And I sat down with the partners, and they were so genuine in the fact that when we're out on campuses or we're recruiting seniors from other firms, that we want them to stay. And in order to do so, we have to create a culture in which they want to stay. So I thought, oh, they're going to make my life so much easier because they're not sending a recruiter out and saying, just go find us people and bring them in.
So you're building a great place to work. And I want to go back to, we're talking about high performers. And Ginny, if you're a high performer and you get started at BPM on the tax side, on the audit side, or wherever, what can high performers expect if they do a great job at BPM in terms of their career development?
Absolutely. So one of the things that is probably not unique to just BPM, but unique to some other firms, is that we do our evaluation cycles 2 times a year as opposed to just 1. So that's really giving those high performers the opportunity to be promoted at a faster rate than once a year. And of course, the way public accounting works, it's not like you're going to be promoted every single year. It's based on your level and where you're going to start. So if you're coming in as an experienced senior, say, and we also have an additional, this is too much detail, we have an additional title called supervisor before manager. So there's an opportunity for that promotion, or at least a review to see what you're doing, and having candid conversations throughout the entire year with whoever you're working with, to make sure that you're either on track, above track, or maybe even behind. And in that case, what do you do to get up to speed with everybody else? So there's a lot of opportunity for growth, and the way that happens is to really have that individual relationship with your partners and managers. And we're at a good size where you still can have that type of attention on your day-to-day and throughout your whole time at BPM.
I love it. I'm wondering, so clearly there's a growth track. You do well there. The partnership track is alive and well, and you're coaching to performance. Let's get back to the culture real quick. And Kiersten, you've been around larger public accounting firms. Now you're at BPM and you're a CPA. You mentioned earlier it's a fun culture, and it seems like it's a little more relaxed culture. What can you tell us about the culture, especially being someone who's relatively new to BPM?
Yeah, so I always tell people when they ask about the culture and what we're like, we do the same thing as any other public accounting firm. We just do it in a little bit more of a fun, casual way. I think the one thing that really stood out to me when I started here a couple of years ago was how accepting everyone was of everyone, I guess. There's a place for everyone at BPM. We don't have a cookie cutter stereotype person that we hire. Everyone has various hobbies and interests. But what was unique is when I started, I noticed big groups going out to coffee and lunch, and it's because they don't have little cliques within our offices. I thought that was awesome. I thought it was hard to coordinate because it's a really big group, so it makes for very long lunches. But I really appreciate that. Everyone, like, we do a lot of things outside of just the day-to-day things at BPM, whether it's sponsored by BPM. We did a trip to Tahoe in January, which was amazing and a ton of fun. We did the Giants home opener. We went to a Warriors game. We do BPM Day. So there are so many opportunities to socialize and have fun with your coworkers in the work setting, but a lot of us choose to spend time with each other outside of work, where it's not like a formal happy hour or social, and that's just because we enjoy each other's company.
It sounds like an incredible place to work, and my message to CPAs, so many CPAs leave the profession from bigger firms, they go into private industry. Stop before you do that. Talk to these recruiters. Talk to Ginny, talk to Kiersten at BPM. This is an awesome place to work. You have to check this out. The work you guys do is sophisticated, upper-tier clients. You're a large firm, but it's in a relaxed environment that's focused on growing the staff. I'm inspired by that. I appreciate the story. If you're watching, you'd like to learn more, there's a couple different ways. One, participate in advanced 2016 online. If you're watching that video, you're part of Advance. Also, check out BPM's website. We're going to put a link to their careers page in the show notes. So, Jenny, Kiersten, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. We have so much more to tell you.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you, and we'll do more down the road because we want to tell more about your awesome firm. Well, that's it from us at Accounting Fly. Thanks to BPM, Jenny and Kiersten. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.